Thank you for logging on to this broadcast of Argos Dragons High School Athletics on the Voice Sports Network. This broadcast would not be possible without the support of our sponsors. Be sure to thank them and use their services when possible. The Voice Enterprises is Northeast Indiana's largest provider of high school sports. This broadcast is available online and on your mobile device, so you never have to miss a game. Thanks again for listening. Now, sit back and enjoy this broadcast.
Good evening and welcome to Michigan City, Indiana. Steve Stricker alongside Andy Stone. Hello, hello, and here we go. And he's got Phil sitting next to him running the camera for us tonight. We got Lady Dragons basketball tonight. The Lady Dragons are on the road at Michigan City Marquette Catholic High School. Lady Dragons are 10-0 on the season. Marquette Catholic Lady Blazers are 9-1. Lady Dragons are coached by Gary Teal. He's 44-30 in his fourth year with Argos. 202-140 in his 16th season overall. Lady Blazers are coached by Jerry Bechtold. He's 9-1 in his first season with Marquette. 87-41 in his sixth season overall. Lady Blazers' only loss came in the first game of the season at Elkhart Memorial on the 7th of November. Lost that one 39-50, and they've ran off 9 straight since then. Both teams have played Elkhart Christian Academy. That's their only common opponent. Argos beat them 65-22 on the 5th of December. Marquette Catholic beat them 75-25 on the 12th of December.
Pretty close, pretty close.
The Lady Dragons are on IHSAA coaches poll. Lady Dragons are number 3 in Class A, and the Lady Blazers are number 6th in Class A. Sagarin has the Lady Blazers at number 4 in Class A, 91st overall in the state of Indiana, and they have the Lady Dragons at 5th in Class A and 119th in the state of Indiana. This is the first game, Andy, coming in here, a long road game. The first game, John Harrell has a prediction against the Lady Dragons. He's got Marquette winning this one, 47-38, so let's see if we can prove him wrong tonight.
Ooh, 47-38?
Yeah.
He doesn't respect us enough.
Defensive averages, Argos is number 2 in the state in all classes. They're only allowing 27.6 points per game. Marquette is on they're number 9th in the state, and they're allowing 31 points per game. Average margin of victory, Argos is number 14 in the state in all classes at 26.2 points per game average margin. And Marquette comes in at number 13 at 26.3 points per game average margin. So a little bit here, a little bit there, a little back and forth. Should be a good matchup. Hopefully the Lady Dragons aren't too tired from the long road trip up here. Lady Dragons are led in scoring by Courtney Dunlap, the 5'10 junior guard. She's got 14.5 points per game, 5.6 rebounds per game, 3.5 steals, and 5.9 assists per game. Val Rospopo has 12.7 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, 3.4 steals, and 1.9 assists per game. Kaylin Barlow is 8.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, 2.1 steals, and 0.8 assists per game. Macy Stricker's coming in 4th with the team, 6.8 points, 4.4 rebounds, 2.5 steals, and 2.0 assists. And the top 5 is rounded out with Shanna Miller coming in with 4.7 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, 1.5 steals, and 1.7 assists per game.
All righty, we're kind of up here in the confines. We got a small round table brought to the top of the stairs. We're a little bit unorthodox with our setup, but we're going to push through and do our best for this game. Steve, I think right now, the pressure's more on them than what it is on the Dragons, because there's a lot of people kind of, just in the basketball world is kind of saying, the Dragons don't have a chance. So we got nothing to lose, and I like when we're the underdog, because then that's when we typically play our best.
Yeah, this is a completely different team than the Marquette team we saw last year. Not figuratively, literally. There's only one girl on this team that was on the roster, 17-man roster last season for the Lady Blazers, and there's only one returner. And that's not because they graduated 16. That's because they cleaned house, brought in a new coach, Jerry Bechtold, like I said, he's in his 6th season, but he has not coached in high school for almost 10 years. And he's been in the AAU world, and
he brought his team with him.
So they're led by 4 freshmen and a sophomore. Their leading scorer is Sophia Nolan. She's a 6'1" freshman. She's averaging 19.3 points a game, 7.8 rebounds, 3.6 steals, and 1.9 assists. Her sister Emma is the second leading scorer on the team. She's also a 6'1" freshman. She's she's bringing in 14.5 points per game, 7.9 rebounds, 4.1 steals, and 1.1 assists. Third leading scorer is a 5'6" freshman, Morgan Crook, 8.0 points per game, 3.0 rebounds, 2.4 steals, and 3.3 assists. Mackenzie Maravich is a sophomore, 6.1 points per game, 2.0 rebounds per game, 2.1 steals per game, and 1.5 assists per game. And they're rounded out. The top 5 is a freshman, 5'6" freshman, Emery Joseph, 5.9 points per game, 2.4 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and 6.3. Actually, 2.3 steals, 6.3 assists.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that Joseph is their point guard. She's got 6.3 assists, but when you got 6'1" girls that I tell you, Andy, I saw them before the game. They were out there with the gun, shooting shots, 3-point, just swish, 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 swish.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be a hard-pressed game for the Lady Dragons. We do have the Barlow sisters going against, I guess, for no better phrase, going against the Nolan sisters. There's 3 of them on the team. Hannah, the oldest one, the junior, she's not starting, so they got the 2 6'1s. I think for the Dragons' true game, they're going to have to push it down low, have Barlows go up against them, and have Dunlap and Val and Stricker charge, go in after it, and draw a lot of fouls out of the tall girls. And or if they're not fouling and they're pressing, they're doing good quality defense, we're going to kick it out, and we're just going to have to beat them down with the 3-point game, which we are very capable of. You get Valerie Ross-Popo and Stricker, and then Shannon Miller and some of these other girls, even Courtney, on fire from the 3-point line. And we're going to give it to where they're going to have to come out man-to-man, and then that's just going to open up for Barlows down low.
Another situation similar to the Morgan Township game where we haven't had a game since last Tuesday, and they've had 3 since we've played last. So it worked out okay for us against Morgan Township, so we'll see how it works out here on the road in a very, very tough battle, 6 versus 3, Class A. This is going to be potentially a regional matchup. If both teams can make it through their sectionals, they both will feed into the Caston Regionals. So it could be a potential preview of a game that might put one of these teams off into a semi-state berth. So we got a few seconds here. We're going to get going with the national anthem and the starting lineups. Do you want to give a big shout out to the In Stitches and Signs? We're all sporting our brand new unis here.
Our jerseys, our team, our announcing team group here is the Argos Boys. We're all in our matching garb, and we look, well, I look pretty good. I don't know about Steve, but
well, I've always got Phil to make me feel better.
There you go. Yeah, we
and he's not going to say anything because he's already just sitting down there. Yeah. So. All right. Let's get the national anthem, and then we'll get some starting lineups and get this game on the way. there's the national anthem, and one thing we didn't talk about, Andy, was the possibility this game has got a couple ramifications for the Lady Dragons. Well, let's do the starting lineups, and we'll talk about that.
All right, we're going to start off with the visitors, the Lady Dragons. Here we go. Well, they don't have our numbers. Number 10. Oh, there's it. It's Courtney Dunlap.
She's right there if you want to just
look. All right, that's what I say. Number 14, Mallory Rospopo. Number 44, Kaylin Barlow.
Okay, going out of order.
Yeah,
all right.
Number 22, Kennedy Binkley. And bringing up the rear, number 24, sophomore, Macy Stricker. She's the big girl tonight.
Okay.
All right, for the Lady Blazers, number 1, Sophia Nolan.
Hold on, they're doing a little song.
They can do their own song. We're announcing.
Okay.
Number 10, Mackenzie Morovich. Number 21, Emery Joseph. Number 22, Morgan Crook. And bringing out the rear, number 31, Emma Nolan. So it is a freshman, sophomore, freshman.
Young group, but very experienced. Even though they're freshmen, they've, like we said, they've played a lot of ball. These girls nowadays, they play all summer long. I know I've been following my daughter for 2 or 3 years doing this. And,
yeah, well, they won't next year because you're not allowed to have.
Well, they're probably not going to be on the same
AAU. Now they'll have to break the AAU team up.
You can have 3, I think, from one school. So
it'll be the two sisters for sure.
Yep. So I think if we come out and we play our game, if we can neutralize the Nolans inside, I think the Lady Dragons will have a chance. We started to talk about earlier the goals that the Lady Dragons had set for themselves. One of those goals was to go into the Winter Classic undefeated.
One game away.
This game stands in front of them for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, if they win this game, that will tie the 06-07 for the best start ever for a Lady Dragons basketball team. So they got a couple goals here tonight if they can win and move on to the Winter Classic undefeated. And that was not a good tip at all. And a bad start here right out of the gate. They get an easy layup.
It's a lucky one. That's all right. Sometimes I think we circled the tippers a little too tight, and that was kind of the case on that one. Aye, it's going to be a tight one. The old karate chop. They're going to be quick and very intense on defense. Stricker up. Yikes. And there's a travel on Stricker. No reach in for Dunlap, no reach in on Val the first time, and it's just going to be one of those types. They're going to have to go fast pace. Coach letting them have it. She didn't shoot an open shot. We're going to wait for one of those little soft ones, we call it this end, and listen to the crowd go crazy. Ball's rotated over. Joseph has it. Kicks it over. Crook.
Got a pretty nice crowd that came up from Argos, made the long trip to Michigan City.
The Nolans, even though they're 6'1", they have no problem going out past the three-point line to get in position. Looks, kicks it back over. Dragons have a good quality defense going. Here's an open three, and it's out. Rebound, Ross Popo. Drives, she's going. Pulls up smart. Gets herself set up with Dunlap. Stricker's going to have fun. She has Sophia Nolan, 6'1" on her. Looks like it's going to be most of the game. Dunlap drives, puts it up, and it's in. Tie ball game. Good move out of Dunlap. And Dragon's going to press a little. Barlow stands the ground. Travel. Barlow thought she was going to be called for the foul. She just kind of stayed there. Luckily, she did not bring her arm down.
2-2 ball game, 6:15 left in the first. Argos with the ball.
Kicks it over to Ross Pupil. Gets it in and throws it over Barlow's head. And that was the mismatch we wanted, and we just didn't get the ball to her because they rotated out, and she had no one trapped in position, wasn't able to catch the ball. Here they go. Puts it in the corner. Throws it down low. Barlow, good stand, strong defense. Kicks it over. 3-point attempt. Here it is. And it's good. Out of Joseph. Puts it in for 3. So they're going to work the 3-point shot until we go out and cover them, and then they're going to pound the ball down low. Kind of what our strategy is going to have to be. Stricker. Quality dribble. Moves. Nothing. Lays in. Shot. And Stricker for the first foul.
The only good thing I can say about that is at least she didn't let her get the bucket. Because you get the bucket and the foul.
You're going to foul. You foul it with some strength and make them earn both of the shots.
I think she got a little lazy on the pass down here. Doesn't realize she's a 6'1" girl out there. Her arm is
be a lot taller. Yep, you're going to have to get used to it. Here's the first one on, and it's good. No one puts it in.
We got an early 6-2 lead for Marquette. One more free throw coming up for Nolan.
And it's in. Barlow gets it back over to Dunlap, and here comes the Dragons.
At 2 turnovers in the last 2 trips down here, the Dragons got to find some offense. There's a foul. It's going to go on 21.
That's first of the game. First obviously for the Lady Blazers. Dunlap gets it in. Only some quality picks. Ross Pupil gets it. Dunlap going to drive. Puts it over to Barlow.
Nice
pass. Puts it up again and misses. Puts it up a third time and puts it in. Padding her rebound stats.
She got 3 of them that
I tell
time.
you what, their coach will not be happy with 3 chances to get a bucket. Binkley's going to have a good show on working with covering Sophia Nolan.
Corner.
It's a 5-6 inch height advantage. Dragons, good quality zone. Jump, shot, and it's good.
Nice pull-up jumper in the lane there that time by Crook. 9-4 with 4:17 left to go in the first period.
Ross Pupil gets it. Goes, loses control. So with steal from Nolan. Takes it up and makes it. Very good play out of...
We got an Argos timeout. We'll take a break and be right back.
What does Valspar and Best Look Quality Paint, pressure washers, nuts and bolts, canning supplies, bug spray, chicken coops, fire pits, lawn furniture, grills, carpet cleaners, garden hoses, lawn seed and fertilizer, and everything in between have in common? They can all be found at your local Argos Do It Best Hardware, 200 West Walnut Street. Argos Do It Best is your one-stop shop with the hometown service and knowledge you have grown to love. Argos Do It Best Hardware, 200 West Walnut Street in Argos.
The products you know, the people you trust, do it best.
All right, we're back here with 4:04 left to go in the first period. We've got a 11-4 Marquette lead. Argos called a timeout. And Andy, the last 4 trips have left 3 turnovers and 1 bucket for Kaylin Barlow off of 3 misses. And
the Lady Dragons are a little bit in trouble at the moment, but I think they're going to settle down.
They need to, they've got the 6'1" girl out top, and she's creating havoc with the passes. I just don't think that, we're used to seeing a 6'1" girl guarding us out top. And right now they've got to find something that's going to rotate that around and get something inside.
Yeah, this is where they're going to have to work at and get a couple good buckets. They're playing man-to-man, so it's going to be hard to get the threes. So they're going to just pound it low and have to get some fouls drawn. Dunlap drives, misses, off of Barlow's hands. Just got to grab that. I don't mind them driving in. I think the whole team's going to have to do that and try to get them in some foul trouble. Although there's only been 2 fouls called the entire first half or quarter so far, so it's going to be a physical, clean game.
Nice give and go from Sophia to her sister.
Yep.
Easy bucket inside. And I think that's going to be a problem. We're going to have to go.
She just moved Barlow out of the way. She gets down low and shoves them out. Now, I'm not real sure. You can block out when you're trying to rebound, but just to move them, root them out like that, we'll see if they end up calling that.
I know Coach Teal was kind of reluctant to put both Barlows in at the same time, but I think it's going to be one of those things that's inevitable.
Dunlap has it, drives, pulls back, shot, off the mark. Stricker just about rebounds, unfortunately. No one's 5, got her by a few inches. Charge. No call whatsoever. Oh, my word. Runs her down. Ay, ay, ay. That's a charge. I don't care what you say. That's a reach in there. And Stricker throws away. No one steals it and lays it in. And I tell you what, the Lady Dragons are in trouble. I don't care what you say. We've not faced a team with this much talent. And we know why they have the talent, and that's just the way this game goes. But the Dragons are in some trouble. There's the mismatch, and there's the foul. That's what we have to do every time. Just keep feeding it down and get them in foul trouble.
Marquette foul number 21, Emery Joseph, her second, the team second.
Woo. First one in by Barlow.
Shanna Miller's going to come in for Macy Stricker.
I tell you what, you can be critical on Macy, but it's not every day you have a girl with 5-6 inches on you with tons of length and strength. So we'll see if Shanna can handle a little bit better. It's going to be very physical. And there's a reach hit by Dunlap. It's going to be rough no matter what because their quality when they got the height.
Argos foul number 10, Courtney Dunlap, her first, the team second.
Here it comes. Kicked it out. Drives, travels. Yep, she did. She knows she did. Just one little quick step, a little bit. She was going to have Barlow. She was going right around her, but she got an extra step in there. Here comes Dunlap. Over to Miller. Miller rotates. Ross Popo. Dunlap throws right through her hands, and it goes out of bounds. Good pass. It just went through
forced error right there, and we can't afford that. We've got enough forced errors.
Dragons are out of sorts, and we said, we were kind of thinking to ourselves this was going to be a really good classic fight, or it was going to be really, really ugly. And so far, it's been really, really ugly. Kicks it over. Foul on Ross Popo. And unfortunately, they're on the scoreboard. They're not putting up the foul, who it's on, and or the numbers. So it's going to be really hard for us to track how many fouls each player has. We're going to do our best for you, and we'll be able to have that update at halftime. But during the game, it's going to be really difficult. Shanna cuts down, blocks her off. No one for three, and it's good. And the Dragons are down by 13. Dunlap goes, kicks it over. Barlow should have made the break. Dunlap has it. Barlow through her hands. No one kicks it over. Three-pointer. and it's off the mark. Rebound, Ross Popo. Throws it off of Nolan. Very good play. And Anna Barlow comes in for Kaylin.
Coach Teal's reluctance to put both of them in at the same time, and he's still going with
rotating.
one.
Rotating around. Let's see what happens. And block shot. Rebound. Puts it over to Ross Popo. Ross Popo shoots and misses. And that's the end of the first. 18-5, and the Dragons are a little bit outmatched at the moment. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Since 1989, Frick Services Incorporated in Leiders-Ford has been serving customers from Fulton, Pulaski, Marshall, and Stark counties with sales and service of seed, custom spread fertilizer, ag lime, custom spray ag chemicals, and hydrous ammonia, and offers the ProTech Partners program. This hard-to-find location is in the northwest corner of Fulton County on County Road 750 West, about a quarter mile north of 400 North, on the south edge of Leiders-Ford. Frick Services Incorporated is proud to support the Argos Dragon High School athletes. Visit Frick Services Incorporated for all of your agribusiness needs. 800-542-4034. That's 800-542-4034.
All right, after one, Argos is down 18-5. This is by far the biggest deficit of the season for the Lady Dragons. We'll see if they can fight back and get something going, but right now, Andy, nothing they're doing is working, and everything that Marquette's doing is working.
Yeah, you got to give the ladies Blazers some credit. They're really working hard, and they got quality defense, and they're making a lot of shots. They've missed very few, but it's just the kind of way it is. The Dragons just threw it out of bounds again. Ross Popo threw it out, and Dunlap was going to go to the bucket, and we are just making it too easy for Michigan City. That's just the facts. Not our best game so far, and we've kind of succumbed to the hype of this Michigan City Twin Towers because I'm not thoroughly overly impressed. It's not like they've just gone through and scored 40 points already. They're doing well, but see, that's a foul in my book. You can't just so. Barlow needs to be stronger, and there's the rebound. Binkley goes in after it. And there's a foul finally called.
Good job by Kennedy Binkley. She got in there and was strong with the ball. Drew a foul. It's going to be on 31, Nolan.
Yep. Well, yeah, Emma Nolan. Let's see if I can try to keep track of fouls.
You're not doing anything else. You might as well.
I tell you. Dunlap over to Ross Popo. Fakes. Dunlap. Kicks it out. Binkley. Shot. And it's good out of Ross Popo. First one of the night for a three-point land.
Badly. 18-8 now.
Man, I tell you. We'll see what happens here. Barlow's out top. They kick it over. Shanna's over. Courtney rotates around with.
Good job by Dunlap inside there. Moved her feet and got in position.
Now, Anna Barlow's going to have to be strong on the other Nolan.
The little illegal screen there looked like by Nolan.
They
but
kick it out. Nolan fakes, looks, going to drive. Good strong defense out of Dunlap.
This man-to-man is working a lot better for the Lady Dragons.
Ross Popo. There's a moving screen again. Ross Popo got elbowed. And, boy, they put in the bucket 20-8. So they're calling out the plays. They know our plays by different names. Ross Popo gets it. Over to Dunlap. Dunlap throws it right to Nolan. And there's a foul by accident by Barlow. Get feet tangled up.
Argos foul number 15, Anna Barlow, her first, team fourth.
Oh, boy, I tell you. It's like, we're not even concerned with what they're doing. We're just not putting things together. We're not even making the quality passes. Lots of obvious unforced turnovers. No one out to 3. To the other no one. Back over to Emma. Dunlap's doing well, shutting her down. Here comes the open. Good shot, good defense out of Anna Barlow, recover. Here comes Dunlap. She's going to look at Barlow, puts it in low. Fakes, and it's blocked.
Well, she faked one 6'1" Nolan out, and the other 6'1" Nolan was there to block her shot. We got a Marquette timeout, 20-8. We got 4:36 left to go in the first half. We'll be right back.
Have you heard of the Zone Sports Complex in Northern Indiana? The good news is now it's open and there's simply nothing like it. Best of all, it's in our backyard. The 30,000 square foot sports facility is located on the west side of Plymouth, right off US 30, just minutes from Argos. The zone has leagues, tournaments, clinics, camps, and one-on-one group lessons for basketball and volleyball, as well as speed, strength, and agility training for all sports. The zone also features indoor soccer, which will soon be housed in a brand new 40,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility that will also house flag football, lacrosse, softball, and baseball. Like the zone on Facebook and visit our website at thezonesportscomplex.org for all of the zone's upcoming events. Call 574-935-3939 today and find out that there's simply no place like the zone.
All right, we're back. 4:36. It's Marquette ball. 20-8. Marquette with the lead.
All right, let's see if the Lady Dragons can inspire some defense here to get a turnover here. Cook has it. Joseph puts it back out to Nolan. She cannot drive around Dunlap. Dunlap's doing very well. Now Barlow's out on the other one. Nolan out on Emma. Over to Crook. To Sophia. Nolan. Dunlap's on her. Gonna drive Barlow. And they put it in the bucket. Barlow stepped aside and they dunched it right over to Nolan. That's a play they've obviously worked on for who knows how long. Looks like Stricker and Barlow's going back in. Barlow, and there's the foul. Fourth foul the entire half, and they're screaming bloody murder at the other side. That was a good foul. It was an obvious foul. She brought her arm all the way down. Goes Barlow. First one's up, and the bank is open.
All right.
Right now, we'll take anything we can get, even if it's a bank.
She can bank it any way she wants as long as it goes in right now. 22-9. Second free throw is off the mark.
Rebound Nolan. Kicks it over to Joseph. Joseph brings across timeline. Kicks over. Joseph has it. Stricker's on her. Goes around Miller. Misses. Rebound. Binkley.
It's going to get tied up. That's going to stay Marquette ball. Kaylin is going to come back in for Anna.
Number 44, Keelan Barlow, in with the Dragons.
And in number 25, Nolan. Hannah Nolan's coming in. So there's Hannah Nolan, Emma Nolan, Sophia Nolan out on the court right now for the Lady Blazers. Barlow misses. Rebound. Goes to Dunlap. Dunlap kicks it over to Binkley. Stuffs by Nolan. Oh, that was big stuff.
That was yeah.
That's where the old shot fake needs to come in. It's good quality play out of Nolan. Dunlap to Stricker. Stricker rotates. Kicks it over to Miller. To Dunlap. Barlow gets it.
Travel. Switched pivot feet. Turnover Argus. 22-9. 2:27 left to go in the first half.
What is that, about our 10th turnover?
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's probably our 10th, and we probably have had 4 on
more turnovers than we have points.
Yeah. I know they're playing hard press defense, but we got to do better handling the ball. Kicks it out. Kicks it out. Nolan for 3, and it's good. The Lady Blazers are not missing. They can't miss a thing. This is kind of like the boys' game the other night when we didn't miss a shot all night. Back door. Miller, no foul, no over the back, I tell you. And Lady Dragons are outmatched at the moment. The intensity. (25-9). Minute 27 left in the half. Travel. They're rotating the ball and holding it. And there's a steal out of Binkley. And she loses control of it, and it's going to go out of bounds.
All right, good job by Kennedy Binkley. Shout out to her. Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah. Emily, Hannah Nolan. Last one to touch it went out of bounds, and here comes sub. Hannah's back out. Well, the junior got about 2 minutes. Barlow, there's a foul on Nolan as Barlow was trying to get position.
It's going to go on Emma.
Yep, and that's her second. Miller gets it. Look at the mismatch and too slow on that. We got to recognize that. When Barlow, Kaylin, has a 5'3" girl on her, we need to recognize that immediately and get that ball down to her. Over to Binkley. Binkley drives, puts it over to Dunlap. Puts it into Barlow, and there's going to be another foul. And that's another one on Nolan. That's her third.
Well, one little ray of sunshine for the Lady Dragons if they can get her out of the game here. She's going to go out.
That's not going to happen. The coach is taking her out now. She won't play much of the third quarter.
Well, I know, but she's out of the game.
I know. Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, I know. Coach is letting her have it, saying, hey, you got to be smarter than that. 41 seconds left.
Dunlap can't get it in.
Stricker, good save for 3, and she's short. And Barlow gets the rebound, puts it up, and misses.
She's going to get fouled on the way up, so she should be at the line shooting 2.
Crooks first. And I'm not going to say, I'm not beating around the bush. Their fans are not very sportsmanlike.
All right, that first free throw's in for Barlow, and that breaks the double digits finally for the Lady Dragons. Yep. 25-10 with 36 left.
They're letting this official have it, and it was an obvious foul. And there it is. Good one from Barlow, puts both of them in. Need a stop here. Stopping some points. She's got speed.
Travel.
Yep.
All right.
There's our turnover. Now we need to get some points on this one. 18 seconds left. Let's see what the Lady Dragons can do. Go in on a high note. Getting the last 4 points of the half, potentially 5. Over to Miller. 3, 2, 1. Puts it up and just misses.
That's going to do it for the first half. 25-11. The Lady Dragons are down 14. We'll take a break and come back with some halftime stats after this.
Life insurance is one of those things that make people want to change the subject rather than admit they probably don't have enough. That's why Alvin D. Morris of State Farm focuses on how the benefits of life insurance actually live on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on with your family by calling Alvin D. Morris at State Farm, 574-772-3600. That's 574-772-3600. Or visit his office at 1800 South Heaton Street in Knox, Indiana.
When it comes to service, you have a lot of options. Good people like these choose Oliver Ford Lincoln in Plymouth.
One of the things I love about Oliver's service department is the diagnostic report you get at the end of a routine maintenance.
So we can budget for some of those bigger expenses.
And so that I'm not stuck out on a highway with 4 kids and an emergency breakdown.
Award-winning customer service from Oliver Ford Lincoln in Plymouth, where we tip our hat to you.
Looking for a basketball league or tournament, or for a place to improve your overall game? Well, look no further than the Zone Sports Complex of Northern Indiana. The Zone, located on the west side of Plymouth, is the place to be for all of your basketball needs. We have hoops clinics and camps, plus individual and group basketball lessons. You won't find any place that offers the kind of coaching you'll get at the Zone, which features a pair of coaches who played college basketball, including Dwayne Morton, Kentucky's 1990 Mr. Basketball Award winner and one of the greatest players ever in Louisville basketball history. So make sure you don't delay and you join the Zone team today. Like the Zone on Facebook and visit our website at thezonesportscomplex.org for all the Zone's upcoming events. Give us a call at 574-935-3939 and get in the Zone.
Buying a home is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, and one you'll live with for a long time. Fortunately, you don't have to face this decision alone. Hereford Home Inspections will point out and explain any problems with the home, as well as the good features of the property. With the newest technology, you'll receive a written on-site report. No waiting. Hereford Home Inspection helps you make an informed decision and take the worry out of buying a new home. HerefordHomeInspection.com, 498-6013. That's 498-6013. Are you looking for farm ground to buy or have some you want to sell? Let the expert team of Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management be your go-to team. They combine years of experience with breaking technology to bring the buyer and seller together to maximize the best potential outcome for the clients they represent. Halderman's Marshall County representative is Kelly Hoffman. Give him a call today at 574-274-1948 for all of your real estate or personal property auction needs. Halderman's Real Estate and Farm Management. Give Kelly Hoffman a call, 574-274-1948. Are you thinking about seamless gutters? Or what about decorative concrete? Rob Herford of H&H Contracting specializes in seamless gutters and all aspects of concrete work, walls, flat work, and yes, decorative concrete. Contact Rob Herford at 574-229-0971 and let H&H Contracting help you design the project of your dreams. H&H Contracting partners with their homeowners to produce the work of the highest quality and making sure everyone is satisfied with the final design. That number again, 574-229-0971 or email Rob Herford at rherford@yahoo.com.
All right, we're back at half. It is a 25-11 ball game. Marquette leading by 14. Andy, one, I guess, good sign maybe is the second period was only 7-6 with a 1-point advantage for Marquette, but they came out 18-5, kind of shell-shocked the Lady Dragons right out of the gate and have not been able to recover since, but the Lady Dragons did a little adjustment going into the second period, went to a man-to-man defense and did a little better with them in the second period, but still not able to make up any ground and are currently down 14 at the half. And what do you got for some stats for us?
All right, out of the Lady Blazers, we have Sophia Nolan with 6 points and 1 foul. Emery Joseph, 5 points and 2 fouls. Morgan Crook, 2 points and 1 foul. And then Emma Nolan, 12 points, but she has 3 fouls. So that's looking good for the Dragons. Now, on the Dragon side, let's see here. Courtney Dunlap, 2 points, 1 foul. Ross Popo, 3 points, 1 foul. Stricker, 0 points, 1 foul. Barlow, 5 points. And then Anna Barlow, 1 point, 1 foul. So we talked about it, and sure enough, their pressure defense out high is going to keep us from shooting a 3. And that's what they knew coming in against the Dragons. They were not wanting us to shoot the 3. We got 1 3 attempt off from Ross Popo, and she made it. And that's pretty much one of the only shots we've had from three-point land.
Yeah, they're definitely.
It's just they're all over the place. Their intensity level is way up, and we kind of had a lot of turnovers. I don't have that stat, but I know of 4 unforced turnovers out of the Dragons, and we just cannot do that and expect to survive at all. And as you can tell, with a 14-point deficit, we're not surviving.
Yeah, they're going to have to come back and fight very hard, play some really good defense, and clean up the offense, because, like you said, the unforced errors. I mean, we're getting enough forced turnovers. We can't give them anything easy, and with 4 or 5 unforced turnovers, that's too much. And they were able to score at least 6 points off of fast breaks, off of the turnovers, and.
Yeah, I mean, what right now our biggest thing is we have to drive the ball as much as possible. Work it, try to get our rebounds, and try to get those 4th and 5th fouls on Emma Nolan, and start getting them on some from Sophia Nolan and Crook, because that's going to be our only saving grace right now, is because she's killing us. 12 points. She has more points than our entire team, and at the end of the first half.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those cases where, their shooting percentage is very high, and they, much like Argos did the other night against South Bend Career Academy, they just, once one person starts hitting, then another person starts hitting, and they just kind of, feed off of that. And then it's this opposite thing down here for the Lady Dragons. They're, one person's missing, and then they're missing, and then they're, the thing is, those Nolan sisters are not just playing defense inside. Actually, they're not hardly playing defense inside at all. They're more playing on the wing, and they are creating havoc. They can move their feet. They're not just 6'1". I mean, they're fluid, can move their feet. They're freshmen. I mean, they got bright futures in front of them. Already scoring, at a high rate. And
and right now with the class system the way it is, and with private schools allowed to recruit, it just puts public schools at a huge disadvantage. And frankly, I mean, if we're just talking flat-out honesty, we don't, at the way these players are going, we're not going to have a chance for the next 3 years. And that's really not, I guess, how do you say, fair on a level, even keel system. The same size of school, but you get to bring in whoever you want with no limitations. And we're just turning our quality farm girls, as I always said. We take farm girls, we teach them how to play a sport, then we teach them to play like a team. It's just kind of the community we've always had. We've done that for soccer, we've done that with softball, and then you come over here and it's the way the game is, and that's the way the state sets it up, like it or not. The girls are going to have to battle and put forth the effort and do the best they can. And I tell you what, we're better than a 14-point deficit.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, these girls are good, but they're not 14 points better than us. And,
no.
That first quarter just, 1 point difference in the second quarter. And if we would have played the same way we did in the second quarter, in the first quarter, it'd be a couple-point game. So, we can sit here and harp on the girls they have, but this isn't the Argos team that we've seen.
Nope, I agree 100%. This is not the team that's been 10-0 playing tonight.
Whether it's the bus ride, whether it's being on Christmas break, whether it's sitting around eating too many Christmas cookies, I don't know. But let's see what kind of adjustments they made in the half, and see what Coach Teal's kids can come out and do here in the second half. If they can crack down on this, if they can cut it in half, get it down to 7 going into the fourth quarter, and we're in business. So
yeah. Well,
but they got to move the other direction. They've went both quarters have gone to Marquette so far. So
sure, and we've talked about it on numerous occasions. These girls, our girls, you got to love our girls. Every one of them is a multiple sport athlete, where a lot of these other schools that do this and come with these systems, they only play one sport and one sport only. We got girls with two sports, either softball and basketball, or soccer and basketball, and there's a few of them that are soccer, softball, and basketball. So you know what? You sacrifice a little bit of that, but you know what? I don't care how it comes out. Our girls are going to work hard, and as long as they work hard and do their job, hey, the result is the result. And so what do you got there for final stats there? Anything, or what's our next game?
I was just,
what are you looking at in your book here?
Well, we got about 20 seconds. I just wanted to give a big shout-out to In Stitches and Signs.
Oh, yeah.
They, like we said, they set us up with all of our shirts, and they got our banner that's at home there in Argos, and you can visit them at www.institches.com, INSTITCHZ.com. They're at 11189 State Road 10, which is just west of 31. Or you can call them at 574-892-5956. You can get embroidery, screen printing, signs, banners, vehicle lettering, magnets, decals, any kind of promotional materials that you want. In Stitches and Signs, give them a call today. And here we go with the second half, 25-11. Argos with the ball to start the half.
And we're coming out with the same starting lineup. Let's see what we're going to do here. See if the Dragon's going to be inspired. Here comes Dunlap. Goes in and puts it in and one.
That's
a good start. You betcha. That's what we want to see, another foul. Good penetrating drive out of Dunlap. 1-0, and that's Maravich. That's her
first team foul.
But that's exactly what we're talking about. Come out and show them, hey, we're not intimidated. We're going to play our game.
Free throws off.
Misses. Barlow just about gets it. And here comes the Lady Blazers. Right now, the Dragons cannot give up any turnovers, and they're going to have to make every free throw if they would even can remotely get involved in this game. Dunlap playing good defense. Here's a three, and it's off the mark. Rebound, Ross Popo. Over to Binkley, to Dunlap. Good quality hold from the Lady Dragons.
Kicks
it out. Yep, kicks it out to Binkley. Over to Stricker. Stricker fakes. Caddy corner. Over to Dunlap for three, who's open, and puts it in.
Much better.
Great points out of the Dragons.
It's 25-16. Great start for the Lady Dragons in the second half.
And now the coach is going to get he's getting a little loud over there, so he's not happy with the girls. Letting the Dragons come out with straight five. And that's what we want to do. We're going to pull them out and then penetrate low. Swing it out. Here comes the defense out of the Dragons. Stricker's out on top. She's got Crook covered. Kicks it out. They drive. Pulls it out. Here's Crook for a three, and it's in. Dragons did not get over to cover her, and she put it in. It set a good screen on him. Stricker has it. Fakes, looks. Put it over to Binkley. Screen. Here comes Binkley. Picks it up, gives it over to Dunlap. Caddy corner low to Barlow. Barlow throws it away. Looks at the basket and just turns away and wants to pass it. She needs to go up strong. Joseph dribbling around. Stricker, good defense.
What's she
back
stop?
over?
Oh my gosh!
Yep. And they dish it. Boy, oh boy. They missed the layup, and then they kick it back over to Nolan, and she puts an easy bucket in. Dunlap has it, kicks it over to Ross Popo. Kicks it out to Stricker. Binkley. Dunlap. Gets it from Ross Popo. And it's stolen. No one picks it up, and that's two turnovers for the Dragons. They come out on fire, and now they've let them put in a three, put in a two, and they've turned the ball twice. Just that quick, the Dragons started to do the right things, and then they lost some momentum. Barlow gets the rebound off the missed shot. Stricker kicks it over to Dunlap. Ross Popo. Kicks it over to Stricker. Binkley. Dunlap in the corner. Dunlap picks the ball up. Gives it over to Ross Popo. To Dunlap. Drives and misses. It gets a foul drawn. And it's going to be on number 10, Makovic, for a second.
Marquette ball number 10, Mackenzie for second, 15 seconds.
All right. So Dunlap's at the line shooting 2. Coach Teal telling Barlow he wants to cut down and then get underneath the basket and post up. First one's good by Dunlap.
30-17. We got 4:34 left to go in the third quarter.
Dragons have cut the lead. And
Second
both of them
one's
in.
good. 30-18. 12-point advantage for Marquette.
All right. Well, the Dragons started out. They're doing better than what they have. They're winning this quarter so far. They're going to have to get a couple turnovers, some good quality stops. Binkley's out on Makovic. No one drives, kicks it back, picks up a dribble. Picks up a dribble again, looks. Joseph has it. Here's a 3. And the bank is way over. Oh, my word.
Oh, when you're doing that,
When you're
I don't
doing
know.
that, it's just like, what can we do on that? She was a good 3 feet behind the line, just kind of heave-ho.
Good
and
defense
had
by Binkley.
Yeah.
I mean, she was on her. I don't know.
Just a huge bank that had no real chance. And it's off. It's going to come off with no one. It's going to be Dragons bringing the ball in. Oh, my. That one hurt. Ross Popo has it. Back to... There's the foul, and that's number
Nope,
1. That's
that's
Sophia
the other
Nolan.
Nolan.
Yeah, but that's her second.
Her second.
They gotta just keep on doing that, getting it in there and trying to work on it. Dunlap puts it off of no one's back and scores it. Wow, I love that play. Smart awareness from Dunlap. And no one's not happy with herself, and the coach looks at her like, what? You just let happen.
We've seen Dunlap do
Yeah,
that
she's
several
done that
times.
a couple times.
There's a flop.
Yep. And it's almost out of bounds. Oh, Binkley just about steals it. And blocked by Barlow. Kicks it over to Ross Popo. And here comes Dunlap. Kicks it over to Stricker for 3. And it's good. Huge bucket out of Stricker. And the coach is not happy. He's telling them to think about it. What a big ball that was. A great three-pointer. Good dish and a great 3 converted by Stricker.
3 minutes left, 23-33. Argos down to has cut it to 10. That's what I was
Here
trying
comes
to
a drive, Barlow. And she's smart, doesn't foul her. Give her the M1, no one puts it in.
I think you got to contest that a little bit more, though.
A little bit more, I agree, but she
know you
already
wanna-
knew she had her by position, and she just didn't want to hack on her. And thrown away, stolen by Dunlap.
Sometimes
Kicks
a foul,
it,
though.
and there's a foul by Stricker, and I just talked about it. She had position, and you're better just to let them score it. And she's saying she didn't even touch her, and the bucket's good, and now we're going back to the old-fashioned N1. And that quickly, we're back to a 14-point game.
Well, I got to like what I'm seeing out of the Dragons. I mean, they're doing a lot of better things this half than they were in the first half, at least. They haven't been able to cut it. You know, they've cut it, and it keeps getting going back up, but they're doing things better. We got an Argos timeout. We've got 2:34 left to go. 37-23. Lady Dragons down by 14. We'll be right back.
Don't settle for second best. The Zone Sports Complex of Northern Indiana is simply the finest facility of its kind, featuring 4 full-length IHSAA hardwood maple basketball courts, as well as a 1/3 court breakout area for individual and group instruction. The Zone's facility has all of your basketball needs, whether it's basketball, volleyball, soccer, flag football, lacrosse, softball, or baseball. The Zone has it all. Located on the west side of Plymouth, the Zone has all of the bells and whistles that players, family, and friends are looking for. Whether it's watching your favorite team on a large flat-screen TV that features DirecTV with NFL Sunday Ticket, or enjoying free high-speed wireless internet. Or how about frequenting our awesome concession stand, which features Pizza Hut pizza, Hacienda chips and salsa, Hershey's ice cream, and Coke products. You'll quickly discover the Zone is in a league of its own. Like the Zone on Facebook and visit our website at thezonesportscomplex.org. Give us a call, 574-935-3939 today.
All right, we're back. Then we got a little bit delayed with our timing. Sophie, no one was at the line, misses. Stricker blocks her out perfect. It's the third foul on her. Now there's both of the no ones are with 3 fouls each. Over to Stricker, rotated. Ross Popo. Now the Dragons need to drive and penetrate and get them 4th and 5th fouls on both of the no one girls, and the Dragons will be just fine. Dunlap goes, puts it up, and it rolls in for 2.
Nice tough drive that time by Dunlap, putting it in for 2. 37-25, 2 minutes to go, third period. Much better effort here in the third period.
The girls are coming alive. They're working. The lead's still up there, but the Dragons are doing much better. Kicks it out, brings it around. Yep. And they're going to call Miller for a foul.
It's all right. It's her first. It's only the team's second of the half.
And here's the play. Over the back. Oh, my word.
Blocked by Dunlap.
Dunlap takes out the 6'2", 6'1" girl and blocks it. Dunlap gets it back. She looks, loses it, brings it back over to Ross Popo, saves it. Good quality play out of her. Over to Miller. Fakes. Going to drive. Looks at Ross Popo, cutting in. Ross Popo puts it up for 2.
Beautiful runner by Ross Popo, about a 10-footer right there.
Back to a 10-point, cut down to 10. Now the Dragons need to keep on, get a good turnover here, put some points in, and it can be a nice game for the Dragons to come back on.
We said if they could get it down around 7-8, going into the fourth, they'd have a good shot.
Yep.
Now we just got to get, like you said, a good stop here.
They're going to use the clock because they're way up. Here's a 3. And it's off the mark, and there's a push, and it's on number 1, Sophia Nunn, defensive position out of Shannon Miller, and that's her 4th.
Is that Miller or is that Courtney?
No, it was Miller because Miller hit the deck.
Okay.
That was a good position. Courtney kind of got up. She was on the other side.
All right.
And look at him. The coach is whining. Complaining to the official's ear. But when you run them over, you foul. Here's a 3-pointer. Just off the mark. Barlow tips it, and it's out of bounds, and it's going to go towards the Lady Blazers. And it's only going to be a matter of time for the fans to get really riled up because they got 2 girls kind of in foul trouble for the Lady Blazers. Dragons need another stop, and they need to keep penetrating and getting the fouls on. The big girls for the Lady Blazers.
I like this man-to-man. This is working a lot
Ross
better for
Popo's
the Lady
out.
Dragons.
Dunlap saying, hey, you want to shoot from my way out there? Go ahead.
18 left.
Ross Popo's out. She's on her. On Joseph. Kicks it out to no one. She's going to drive. Drama bigger in life. She knew it. It was great defense. Dunlap moved her feet. 5.1 seconds left. Let's see if the Dragons get down there and get a quality shot. Dunlap has it. She's going.
Ross Popo.
And it's tipped away.
And that's going to do it.
And Ross Popo was wide open.
37-27, down to 10-point lead. So Lady Dragons did better that half, or quarter, I guess. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Fourth quarter action right after this.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
All right, we're back. Going to start the fourth quarter. 37-27. Argos was a 16-12 advantage in the third quarter.
And the Dragons have always been pretty good at the third quarter, so that's our game, and it definitely showed. Now they do it again. They got a couple girls in foul trouble. Both of the no ones. One, Sophia, number 1, is in 4 fouls, and Emma with 3. They need to penetrate, block out, and take some charges and get the game to where it's our advantage.
See if they can take advantage of that and get one of the Nolans or both of the Nolans out here.
Yep, Crook has it. Here goes, over the back, and she can't. And Dunlap steals it, and she knows that she couldn't go over the back. And there's a foul right there, and they're going to be on number 22. All right, number 22, Crook.
Marquette foul number 22, Morgan Crook.
And Dunlap blocked her out, and she knew that she couldn't go over the back, or she would have been called for her fourth. And it's blocked. Nolan blocks it. Stricker tried the three, and it's kicked all the way down to Nolan, and she's going to lay it in for two.
That's the sixth foul on Marquette, so next time they foul, the Dragons are going to be in 1-1.
And the Dragons are going to have to make every chance to get for the free throw.
Take it to her. She's
Stricker
got 4.
has it. There's the foul. Kicks it over. The Dragons don't have time to waste and need to go after it. Get the ball down low to Barlow. Kicks it out, and it's lost by Dunlap. And Valerie Ross-Popo with the foul. Not a bad foul out of Val. That's only her second maybe for the game. Slows down the whole game because they were going to go after it. That's only the third for the half. Now let's see if we can get some defense here. Dunlap's got to look at the ball on that one. All right.
All right, Marquette called a timeout. We'll be right back.
What does Valspar and Best Look Quality Paint, pressure washers, nuts and bolts, canning supplies, bug spray, chicken coops, fire pits, lawn furniture, grills, carpet cleaners, garden hoses, lawn seed and fertilizer, and everything in between have in common? They can all be found at your local Argos Do It Best Hardware, 200 West Walnut Street. Argos Do It Best is your one-stop shop with hometown service and knowledge you have grown to love. Argos Do It Best Hardware, 200 West Walnut Street in Argos.
The products you know, the people you trust, do it best.
All right, we're back. So, have we got any tweets? Just one?
No tweets. I got a couple texts, but that was just technical issues with volume and quality of thing. And my wife said we need to be more positive.
Well, we are being positive, but if you were here watching this, you'd be a little bit upset with the quality of what we saw early on. The Dragons have really bounced back, but there are a few little things that we got to just tighten up on, and the girls are being just fine.
Starting to look like they might have just dug themselves into too much of a hole coming out in the first quarter, because they're fighting tooth and nail right now, just not gaining a whole lot.
Here's a three, and it's good.
Every time they take one step forward, they take two back, and
they can't leave her that open.
She's made a 15-point lead for Marquette.
And you can tell these girls shoot all the time. This is what they do, is they play basketball. Dunlap drives up and puts it in for two. Tried to get that fourth or fifth foul out of the Nolans and didn't work.
Nice recognition there. She knew she couldn't, Nolan couldn't do anything.
42-29. Back to a big gap. Dragons were getting close. Ball's rotated down. And then they try that. I like that stuff. No one has it. Looks. Stricker on her. Fakes. Barlow. Foul, and no good.
Nolan's going to go to the line shooting two.
Okay, I don't need Barlow all the way out covering.
Well, I think there was a switch there because Macy was on Nolan and Barlow was on the little 22.
Yeah,
the Crook girl.
Is 5'3".
First free throw by Nolan is perfect. 43-29.
Binkley's in, Miller's out. Dragons are just a little off at the moment. Battled great in the third quarter, started the fourth quarter, and now they're just coming down, and that's, what is that, 7 straight points out of the
we scored
Lady Blazers. Oh, yeah, we scored a 2 in that. 7-2 in the last couple times. Yeah. Dunlap knocks it out of bounds off her own feet. Got to get rid of the ball, and no one has it. Imagine they're going to start using some clock. They're up 44-29 in the fourth. Stricker just about gets there. Kicks it out. Korovich over to Nolan. Foul on Stricker.
Argos foul number 24, Macy Stricker, the third, team fifth.
Good defense on the inbounds. Ross Popo's all the way out. Nolan.
Moving screen, anything called?
Yep. Kicks it back to Nolan.
Travel.
Takes. Yeah. Back over. Miller's coming back in. And
Oh, Binkley almost got it. Another moving screen. Jeez, oh, Pete's. Another moving screen. Oh, they're getting.
Nolan goes to the bucket, dishes the other Nolan, and puts it in for 2.
Just move the ball around the perimeter until they found a lane and were able to get it in. And
Use
nice
a good minute off the clock. And
yep.
Ross Popo has it. Drives. There's a reach in.
Is that going to be on Nolan? Or is that going to be on 21?
21.
Joseph.
Foul number 21, Henry Joseph for third, for team 7.
That's going to put Ross Popo at the line shooting 1-1. Miller comes in for Stricker. Miller, Binkley, Ross Popo, Barlow, and Dunlap for Argus.
Tell you what, I'd like to see both our girls.
Front end is short, but she gets her own rebound.
I wouldn't be up seeing both Barlows in. Get your hand up. You're ready. Ross Popo for a long 3, and it's off the mark. Rebound, Binkley. Kicks it over to Miller. Miller up for 2 and puts it in.
46-31, under 4 minutes to go now. Can't give them a minute. Let them
Waste
run a
time,
minute off and then let them score an easy
Drives,
bucket.
kicks it out to Sophie, puts it in for 2. Emma Nolan, I'm sorry, not Sophia Nolan, Emma Nolan. And I got to tell you, the Lady Blazers have got to be shooting at least 50 to 60% from the field.
Dunlap gets that shot blocked by Nolan.
Yep. And if it was a pass, it needs to be a bounce pass. Anna Barlow in, Caitlin out.
Stricker
Ross
in.
Popo out, Stricker in. I kind of want to see both the Barlows in.
Put a hard press on her.
Try to get them fouls drawn.
Okay, they're tugging on Kennedy Binkley's jersey over
Miller
there.
for 3, misses. Rebound out of the Blazers. Here they come. Kicks it down. Over to Nolan and puts it in for 2. I don't think she's missed but one shot all night.
50-31.
50-31.
3 minutes left to go in this one.
Good steal. Ball's loose. And jump ball, jump ball, jump ball, jump ball. Good hustle out of both teams. And I tell you what, they don't play like freshmen.
Yeah, like I said, they've played more than.
Well, I mean, just the maturity, and they are just all over this game. Dunlap picks it up, gives it over to Miller. Miller dribbles. Kicks it out to Stricker. Stricker kicks it over to Binkley. Over to Dunlap. Drives. Over to Barlow, puts it up, and doesn't use the glass and misses. Rebound, Nolan. And we're going to take a quick break.
Since 1989, Frick Services Incorporated in Leiders Ford has been serving customers from Fulton, Pulaski, Marshall, and Stark counties with sales and service of seed, custom spread fertilizer, ag lime, custom spray ag chemicals, and hydrous ammonia, and offers the ProTech Partners program. This hard-to-find location is in the northwest corner of Fulton County on County Road 750 West, about a quarter mile north of 400 North, on the south edge of Leiders Ford. Frick Services Incorporated is proud to support the Argos Dragon High School athletes. Visit Frick Services Incorporated for all of your agribusiness needs. 800-542-4034. That's 800-542-4034.
All righty. Well, the Lady Dragons had fought back and
cut it to 10.
Cut it to 10 at the end of the third quarter, and now the Lady Blazers have come out 13-4 in the fourth quarter and blown this one wide open, 50-31. We got 2:20 left to go in the game. Just trying to make it respectable at this point for the Lady Dragons, see if they can cut into this 19-point lead here in the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Well, I like the fact that we were really penetrating, working hard low, and getting some fouls, and then we kind of just went back away from that.
Yeah,
I'm not real sure.
You get the two hot girls there for Marquette in foul trouble, and then you don't.
Then you don't act on it.
So.
Emma gets it. No one brings it down. Here comes cross timeline, and they're going to be happy just to take the ball and use the time. Dishes it way out. Yep.
Oh, that's going to be the fifth foul on Nolan.
She did. She totally used her arm, and that's her fifth.
Nolan's going to foul out with 2:01 left to go. If they could have got that about 6 minutes earlier, then it might have been a difference maker. But at this point, 50-31, it's going to just they're going to bring another Nolan in to replace her. Fans obviously don't like that call.
Yeah, well,
they haven't liked one yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, that's just how it is. They're up 19, and the ball's loose and lost by Dunlap, and Coach Kelsey's yelling at her, quit trying to go behind your back. They're playing aggressive defense on her. You got to give the Lady Blazers credit. They are in good shape and working super hard. Miller's out. Stricker's out. And there's a foul on Stricker. It's not by lack of effort out of the Dragons. They are just outmatched right now, and you can see it.
Argos foul number 24, Mason Stricker, report team 6.
All right, Coach Teal's going to go small. He's got Binkley coming in for Barlow.
Okay, let's see what happens. And there's out of bounds.
Turnover. Clock is running. I don't know. It ran about 4 seconds off there. Yeah. They only touched it for about a half a second. I got 135, and they're down to 130.
Yep. Dunlap has it. Kicks it over to Binkley. Binkley looks. Kicks it over to Stricker. And lost. And no one gets it. Recovers. Drives to the bucket. Kicks it over to Nolan. Missed. Nolan rebounds and puts it in.
Well, poor Kennedy Binkley was down there all by her lonesome on that time.
Yep.
And
there was only 3 whites around her.
Yeah.
Ross Popo for 3. And it's off the mark. Rebound Nolan. And Ross Popo tries to steal it, and it's out of bounds. He's got the right team out. It's just he pointed the wrong direction, and their fans are not very nice, I tell you.
Yeah, for a Catholic school.
I was going to say, for a Catholic school, up by 21 with under a minute, you'd think that they would be a little bit more positive, and not showing that character you would expect. Tied up, it's going to stay down to jump ball, and it's going to stay with the Lady Blazers. A couple of factors with this game you could tell. They're tough. They're going to make a lot of shots. Stricker just about steals it. There's a foul on Stricker, and that's her fifth.
Argos foul number 24, Macy Stricker, her fifth. Team 7.
And here comes Anna Barlow for Stricker. I want to give it to Stricker. She worked super hard, and they were fast on offense, and she was killing herself. I don't think there's not a part on her body that's not beat red from just running her brains out. 5 fouls. That's the first time she fouled out all season.
First free throw is good. 53-31.
And I tell you, we talked about them not being a 14-point team better than us. I still stand by that statement, but right now they're up by 22. And it's stolen by Nolan, and she's out of bounds, and it's going to be Dragons' ball.
Stolen by Nolan.
Again. 17 seconds left. You're up by 22, and you're calling a timeout? Really? Yikes. And it's not to sub other people in.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Are you looking for farm ground to buy or have some you want to sell? Let the expert team of Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management be your go-to team. They combine years of experience with breaking technology to bring the buyer and seller together to maximize the best potential outcome for the clients they represent. Halderman's Marshall County representative is Kelly Hoffman. Give him a call today at 574-274-1948 for all of your real estate or personal property auction needs. Halderman's Real Estate and Farm Management. Give Kelly Hoffman a call, 574-274-1948.
Well, I think they just wanted a timeout so they could play some music or something. I'm not sure. We got 16.6 left to go in this one. Argus down big.
Well, I tell you what, you can't take away from the play of the Lady Blazers. They had quality shots. They were probably 65% from the field. And, and it's not from lack of effort out of the Dragons, but they are just outmatched tonight. And that's the game, 53-31. And, we're going to come back. We're going to quick break. We're going to have a chance to get the stats around, and we'll be back for the post game.
That's going to do it. The Argus Lady Dragons are going to fall to 10-1, and congratulations to Marquette Catholic. They're going to move to 10-1 on the season. And like Andy said, we'll be right back with some end-of-game stats.
Have you heard of the Zone Sports Complex in northern Indiana? The good news is now it's open, and there's simply nothing like it. Best of all, it's in our backyard. The 30,000 square foot sports facility is located on the west side of Plymouth, right off US 30, just minutes from Argus. The zone has leagues, tournaments, clinics, camps, and one-on-one group lessons for basketball and volleyball, as well as speed, strength, and agility training for all sports. The zone also features indoor soccer, which will soon be housed in a brand new 40,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility that will also house flag football, lacrosse, softball, and baseball. Like the zone on Facebook and visit our website at thezonesportscomplex.org for all of the zone's upcoming events. Call 574-935-3939 today and find out that there's simply no place like the zone.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
All right, we're back here. The final from Michigan City Marquette. Michigan City 53, Argus Lady Dragons 31. And our stat lady has said that she's not going to give us our stats very quick. And we got a long drive home, so we'll go over those stats the next game. So we're gonna wrap it up here. It was basically a tale of coming out slow in the first quarter. Marquette had an 18-5 advantage after one. Argus was able to battle them pretty tough in the second. They were 7-6, and then they were even able to gain some ground back with the 16-12 third period. And then Marquette laid the wood to them in the fourth quarter, going 16-4 to finish out the game.
Yikes.
And end up with a 22-point victory over the Lady Dragons, previously unbeaten Lady Dragons. So we're going to wrap it up here. Everybody have a safe and Merry Christmas, and we will see you guys back on the 29th. From Argos, we have a boys-girls doubleheader as part of the round one of the Winter Classic. They'll both be taking on West Central in the first round. So,
all right.
For Andy Stone, Phil Dean, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you back here on the 29th.
Thank you for listening to the preceding Voice Sports Network broadcast. The Voice Sports Network is proud to bring this service to you, but we remind you to support your local schools when possible. Go to the games, support the high school athletes, and show them your support. But when you can't make it, you can always listen here. Thanks again for listening from all of us at the Voice Sports Network.